A lot of people know who that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your final bout of our prelims, bout number 4. It is a middleweight bout made up of three 3-minute rounds, and it's brought to you by Lashley Learning Express Daycare and Rockstar Energy Drink. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our fighter out of the blue corner is 30 years old, 6 foot tall. He weighed in at 183.8 pounds. He has an MMA record of 1-1. He's from the Grindhouse out of Billings, Montana. Please welcome Austin Sleeper Wayne. And his opponent out of the red corner is 31 years old, 6 foot 2. He weighed in at 186 pounds. He has a record of 1-1. Representing Flow State Athletics out of Great Falls, Montana, he is Rigoberto Lady Brain Ibarra Jr. And your referee is Dennis Bain.
All right, referee Dennis Bain bringing him into the center of the ring here. Last minute instructions. Again, guys, this is our last fight on the prelim card. Transition to Spectation Sports at 7 p.m. for our main card. And like we mentioned, we have an incredible main card for you guys tonight. Both guys coming out in orthodox stance. Looks like Rigoberto wants to grab on right away.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with those fingers. He was very close to the face of his opponent with that grab.
And you look at how Rigoberto's hands are. They're all the way down at his waist. Do you think this could be compromising Wayne Ten?
Yes, I really do. You know, it's dangerous when people have their hands that low. You know, you can generate much more power when you throw a punch from your pocket, but you set yourself up to be defenseless as well.
Yeah, he came out with the game plan, you know, as he reached almost immediately. Good shot, looking for as a body lock here. Let's see what he can do with it.
I'm assuming he has some wrestling experience by the way he transitioned from that single leg, and then he got the takedown as well. Now he's taking the back. Let's see what he can do here.
Jumps on the back here. Looks like he's fishing for the neck. Can't see where he's at. Oh, Rigoberto breaks free.
Disengages and then goes back at it. Okay, let's see what he does.
Beautiful.
Another flight.
Double leg.
Another first-class fight.
2 huge slams in the prelim card already.
Absolutely, Justin. I don't know if this canvas is going to make it.
I'm telling you what, I agree with that. This is like fishing for the neck again, it looks like, trying to watch it on the camera here.
I will say I think Rigoberto has had multiple opportunities to land some heavy strikes from the angles that he's had. I think he's just fighting for control, which is a good thing, but I would like to see him calm down and maybe land a little bit of damage, get his opponent guessing so he doesn't know what's coming. Another flight.
I'd like to see him start doing some damage here.
There we go.
As much as I say. Ooh. Austin Wayne trying to land some big shots. And
I think we're going for a third one.
Wayne 10, this is an exhausting pace. We got these guys right in front of us. Our camera even fell down in front of us. Rigoberto needs to start doing some damage here.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect time for him to start dropping strikes. He needs to get those hooks in. He keeps losing the back take without putting his hooks in.
Austin Wayne needs to get that right arm free, try to get out. Rigoberto in a bad position here, kind of falling off the right side of Austin Wayne. Let's see what Austin Wayne do with it. We got about 1 minute left in this first round.
Austin needs to free one of his hands and use his shoulder more to shuck this guy off of him because he has no control of remaining on the back. And now he needs to fight forward.
See, right now, if I'm in Rigoberto's corner, I'm saying bail and come back to our feet because he's going to end up on bottom here. He's holding on.
I agree.
Looks like he's fishing for a Kimura. He's not going to have it.
I don't think so. And he was very dominant on the feet. You know, he was confident, and I think he should abandon and go back to that.
Falling off. Austin Wayne needs to pop his head out here. Taking those body shots isn't a great idea.
30 seconds left in the first round. Let's see how these boys manage.
Needs to pop his head out. Yep, exactly. See, that's why I feel Rigoberto, should have bailed. And, honestly, with those 3-4 big slam takedowns, what do you think his energy is going to be like going to the second round?
I was just going to ask you the same question, Justin. I don't want to say it looks like he's slowing down, but it definitely looks like he's getting more comfortable. So I'm curious to see how he's going to react leading into the second round. Those are big shots by Wayne.
I'd like to see his posture after this round. Austin Wayne doesn't look too tired. Rigoberto breathing heavy out of his mouth.
Now, I'm sure Austin Wayne was very nervous, taking those big slams. He didn't know what was going to happen after he hit the canvas. But I will say, going into the second round, I believe that Austin is going to be the much more comfortable fighter. He does not look tired at all.
Take a look at this beautiful trip here from Rigoberto. Beautiful slam. But again, the energy consumption. There's 3 big takedowns. When we look at Rigoberto right now, he looks very tired. He's breathing out of his mouth. You see Coach Dave putting the ice on his back. I see him taking some big, heavy, deep breaths. I think he needs to conserve his energy a little more here.
And this is what's exciting to me, you know, because right now, going between rounds, we are obviously predicting that Rigoberto is going to be the more tired fighter going into the next round. It's clear he won round 1.
Yes.
Let's see if he's tricking all of us and he can get in there and just get this fight back on the ground and show us what he's got.
Well, I tell you what, when you have a coaching staff like he does, you know, I expect him to be ready. And you're exactly right. He might look tired to us. He might come out guns blazing in the second round. You never know.
That's the best part. You never know.
He's already on his feet, so what the heck do I know what I'm talking about? He's ready to go. Austin Wayne on his feet as well. Rigoberto just putting on a wrestling clinic. Double legs, sweeps, belly to back toss. I think I would have liked to see him bail there at the end so he didn't take that damage on the bottom, but we'll see how this second round turns out.
First fight of the night leading into the second round. Let's see how it goes.
Big swing and a miss from Austin Wayne. You see here's Coach yelling for the chop. See, rushing in.
He needs to set those up much more. He is
no
not
question.
committing to those shots at all. By the shots, I mean the strikes he's throwing to go lead into his shot. I think if he, you know, he needs to either add on 2 more or throw an overhand, dip down, change his levels more. You know, he's just feinting. He's just tossing a jab out there and then just rushing in. He's finding success with it, which is good for him. But, you know, as he goes on, as he ventures more into his career, that is not going to work.
And how, you know, if the longer the fight goes, you know, he's going to fatigue more, and those are going to get slower and more telegraphed.
Yep. Easier to read, easier to angle off for his opponent to just stay free.
Rigoberto on top here. He's everything to hold Wayne down.
He's maintaining good control in a very interesting way because he has no hooks in, and it looks like he has an opposite arm that he's pulling across. Not sure if he's trying to set something up from here or if it's his opponent who's placing his hands here, but definitely interested to see where this is going to lead.
Oh, reversal. Rigoberto ends up on his back.
Okay.
And I think the biggest thing Rigoberto's going to get after watching the fight is knowing when to bail. You know, you're going to find a position, you know, you're in a compromising position. Just let go, get back to your feet. The guy's had incredible takedowns, but now he finds himself on the back, giving Austin Wayne a chance to steal this round.
Absolutely. You know, as a fellow fighter, I think sometimes we get caught up with not absorbing any damage, and that opens up for us to, you know, provide openings with our opponents, and then you end up where these guys are right here.
Got Austin Wayne coming through, nice knees, stomping for
Foot
Rigoberto.
Stomp. Okay.
I'd like to see Austin Wayne push off here and go back to his feet.
Yeah, you got it. You got your wish, Justin.
Look at Rigoberto. He looks a little tired, hands
He
low.
He does. If Austin Wayne can see that and he can channel and push through, he has an increased chance of winning this right now.
Oh, nice knee by Rigoberto.
Oh!
Great shot. But the fatigue is just weighing on him. He's flattened out already. I'd like to see Austin Wayne let him up, start doing some damage on the strikes. Right now,
I don't hear Austin Wayne's corner calling him to let up. I think that's definitely what he should do right now.
Yeah.
Now they're telling him to get up.
I'd like to see him start stuffing the head here. You know, he's giving Rigoberto every chance to finish this takedown.
Yeah, if Rigoberto gets his left foot in and hooks and just drags out a single leg, he can transition into, you know, a back take or whatever he wants. But, let's see what he's doing now.
Oh, no,
don't go for that.
Showing a little bit of inexperience here, going for that headlock or leg trip. I hate when people do that.
It looks like we have a classic grappler versus striker is what I'm seeing. You know, Rigoberto is showing, you know, it looks like he's a wrestler from what I can tell.
Heavy wrestler, too, man.
Wrestler.
He's on top right now, doing some damage.
I'm not seeing a lot of jiu-jitsu from him. I'm just seeing you know, scrambles and takedowns. And as far as Austin Wayne, it looks like he's wanting to strike and kick right now. But he keeps getting caught in positions.
Yeah, and, you know, looking at his wrestling defense, and I'm not knocking him by any means, but there's just a little couple small things that I'd like to see him do to defend more. You know, Rigoberto's shooting that double. I'd like to see Austin Wayne start stuffing his head. You'll watch, he's just kind of coasting, hand over the head, giving Rigoberto posture, and that's how he's getting those. Like, he was flattened out here. Let's take a look at the replay here. Drags him back, continues staying on top. Great way to finish the round here for Rigoberto.
Landing a little bit of damage while he's controlling.
But, you know, right in front of us, Rigoberto was flat on his belly, and Austin Wayne in such an incredible dominant position could have taken his back, could have waved him back up, but somehow still gets taken down. I really think he needs to focus on stuffing the head here on these shots. Let's talk about our Spectation, guys. Scan the QR code here. Subscribe to Spectation Sports for our main card coming up right after this fight.
And yeah, just like you said, you know, we're not trying to knock these fighters at all. You know, it's just like These are amateur fighters. This is the time to make mistakes.
Absolutely.
This is the time to learn. This is the time to grow. And, you got to listen to the critique. That's the only way you're going to be a better fighter.
Now, I have Rigoberto winning this fight. My unofficial scorecard, 2-0. How do you have this, Wayne 10?
I think I have it 1-1 just because I want to keep it exciting.
Sure. I'd like to see Austin Wayne. Woo, big swing and a miss. That could have done some damage. But, when you have a wrestling – see, he has to back off here. You hear his coach, Will Grundhouse, tell him to back off. This is not where Austin Wayne wants to be. And now he wants to wrestle his own. I don't agree with it. And then he had the –
I'm not too
we got to
sure
separate
what
and
he's going
strike here.
His coach is screaming
Stuff his
at
head,
him.
right hand stuff. He's taken back down, and again, these guys they're inexperienced. They're both coming in with 2 amateur fights. They're making small mistakes, but they can go back. When you have a coach like Will Grundhouse, I know they're going to rewatch this film and they're going to come back stronger. Look at Rigoberto going to mount here. Austin Wayne trying to do everything he can,
Can't
but
get out.
Rigoberto's heavy, man. That's a big man to have on top of you.
There we go. Nice. There we go.
Rolls through. When in doubt, muscle out, Austin Wayne says, and he did just that to find himself in guard.
So right here, I would love to see him, body head and use his opposite arm to frame the face of his opponent so he can try to make some space, create an opening, either get up or rain down on him. But he needs to make a decision.
He needs to get up right now. I don't think he's going to finish Rigoberto on the ground.
I think he needs to back up right now.
Or he's going to get swept again. So he needs to be whizzering here.
Yes.
Little small mistakes for Austin Wayne. But again, he needs to get back to his feet. Being on the ground, whether he's on top or on bottom, I just feel he's a step behind. Rigoberto gets both hooks in.
Finally gets his hooks in. Let's see what he does with this. If he's able to, if he knows how to use his hips properly, he'll be able to flatten him out and rain down on him.
Rigoberto has that right hand. Looks like it could start threatening for a rear naked choke here, but he might just be content going all the way to the buzzer, winning the decision here. His feet are crossed here.
Yep.
He does have an ankle lock.
That's a perfect. That's a perfect opportunity for an ankle lock.
He needs to get Rigoberto needs to get his feet out.
Yes, Wayne needs to. He needs to clamp down. He needs to bite down on his foot. Sorry, excuse me, and push his hips forward, and he can easily ankle lock. It's free now. He's free.
Out. Transition to the body lock here. Much safer position. Got only 20 seconds left. This fight stays where it's at. I'm going to give Rigoberto this fight 30-27, unofficial scorecard. But, Austin Wayne has a lot of promise. Great striking. Just a couple small mistakes I felt made in the wrestling and the grappling department. And that when he rewatches this fight, hopefully he doesn't take it personal and, he builds from it, Wayne 10. We'll see a better version of him next time in. You can see
this
that
is all
figure
just
4 is nasty. So.
Yeah, it was. This is all just about learning. That's it. That's all we're here to do is learn and be better men than we were yesterday.
Take a look at the replay over here. Back to that clinch. See, this is where I feel Austin Wayne should have just pushed off and went back to striking, but he might have been really tired. And, you got Rigoberto, Austin Wayne on top here. Again, one of those positions we have an open guard here. He can come back, push off, go to his feet. Really, but instead gets reversed, gets his back take, ends up in a very tight body lock here. Trying to do a little bit from bottom there, but just not enough.
I don't believe it was enough either.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after I announce this fight, don't run away because I've got some announcements and some fun things to do before we switch over to our pay-per-view. Bout number 4 comes to a close, brought to you by Lashley Learning Express Daycare and Rockstar Energy Drink. Your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the red corner, Rigoberto Lady Brain Ibarra Jr.
Great fight from Rigoberto. And again, Austin Wayne, a lot of promise, comes from a very tough gym. Again, I know they're going to watch this fight. and make small adjustments and be back stronger next time.
I'm looking forward to it, Justin. You know, I gotta admit, I am an undefeated fighter, but I still love to watch my fights to see where did I have holes, where did I create openings, how can I be an even stronger fighter than I already am.